to another Monday edition of the Playmakers, your home for all KU sports. As always, I'm Nicole Fye, and alongside me are Kevin Gray and Nick Cousin. Today we delve into all the Jayhawk sports from the weekend, including baseball, softball, tennis, rowing, and even a little foosball. Keep it right here because you don't want to miss these plays.
What I gotta do, let y'all niggas know, I am the nicest ever.
First and foremost, the Playmakers would like to take the time to acknowledge the passing of former KU running back Brandon Bourbon. Bourbon was a great friend of mine and quite possibly one of the most genuine persons I've ever known. He was a great teammate and had such a love for the game, it was just, you could just feel it in the room. His passion was felt by many a young fan, and I'm sure he's up in heaven looking down on his former team. He will be very, very missed. We'll start today's show with baseball, so Kev, my man,
thanks,
take
Nicole.
it away.
Number 6 TCU was in Lawrence for one last game Sunday. It was the rubber match. Jackson Goddard took the mound for KU in the rubber match. But let's start with Jayhawks offense. Ryan Padiachek at the plate. He goes opposite field and hits a laser double to deep left field. Joe Maroney comes around and scores from first. Later, speedster Jovan Afner burns down the line and beats out the dribbler to second, allowing Michael Tinsley to score from third. KU up 4-3. But then TCU remembered they're number 6 in the country. Let's go to the 5th inning. Now, Blake Goldsberry on the mound, bases full of Horned Frogs. First, a bases clearing double to right center field off the bat of Dane Steinhagen. They take the lead 6-4. Next at the plate, Ryan Merrill hits a home run to right to extend the lead 8-4. And then later, off new pitcher Hayden Edwards, Evan Skowig one-ups Merrill. The ball flew over the light pole right there in right center and probably hit Oliver Hall.
Hasn't come back down yet.
It hasn't come back down yet. Unbelievable power. The score is 11-4. TCU will not look back. They go on to take the win, 14-6. They took the series in Lawrence with their offense. KU couldn't get an out except for on Friday with Ben Krauth on the mound. TCU hit home run after home run. Now, speaking of offense, KU had their own offensive showcase this weekend. So, Nick, take it away for our softball highlights.
There was a lot of power this weekend out at Rock Chalk Park. Kansas looking for their 3rd straight 10-run rule victory and the 2nd straight against Georgia Tech in 24 hours. A new look to lineup as Chaley Brickey leads off. The lineup change worked to perfection. That one is not coming down. Solo home run to start the offensive showcase that will come later in the 4th inning. That would only start the captain's day as she would go 2 for 2 and had 3 RBIs in a 5-inning contest. Remember how I mentioned that double? Here it is in the very next inning. Brickey, almost another one as it hits off the right field wall, scoring Brown to Evans from second base. Jayhawks now up 2 runs, all to Brickey's work at the plate. Don't stop now, girls. Daniela Chavez has been in a slump as of late, but she came alive today. Look at that ball flying over the charging center fielder's glove. That would score Shannon McGinley and lead to a 9-run 4th inning. That again, Chavez would end with a sac fly to right. That would give the Jayhawks 12 runs and a 3rd straight 10-run rule game. Andy Formby was electric on the mound, again going 4 innings and only giving up 1 run early. 7 RBIs from the 1, 2, 3 spots in the lineup, and pitching was once again a problem for the Yellow Jackets, only having 2 pitchers and pitching an outfielder in the 4th inning. Kansas now ends their non-conference season and will play Texas Tech this weekend for their Big 12 opener at a Rock Chalk Ballpark.
All right, so thank you, Nick, for those
No
softball
problem.
highlights.
I'm grateful.
I'm grateful. We're going to move on to tennis. This weekend, the tennis team took on Iowa State, and they won. It was a really hard-fought battle. They lost.
And they already suffered some adversity.
They did.
Summer Collins was she was sick, so she could not travel with the team. So they already had to forfeit a doubles match point, which lost them a doubles point, and then they had to forfeit the 6 singles match which she participated in. So they're already down 2 points to start off the match. But then, as you'll talk about, Kev, they won 4 straight.
Yeah, they won 4 straight. Smith Hinton was spectacular. Raichagova was spectacular. They played really well. Like we've been saying all season long, they played with a lot of power. They hit down the line. They were able to control the points. They just out-hit Iowa State in that match and took the win.
Definitely, and especially when you talk about power, that's just something that embodies this tennis team. I've never seen girls swing a racket harder in my life.
And it's good because before, when they would get down on themselves mentally, and to know ahead of time that they're already going to be down one player, have to forfeit those matches and come back and still battle that adversity and get the win. That sets a huge precedent for the rest of the season.
It does. Now, moving on to rowing, the Kansas rowing team took on a bunch of other teams, 70 teams in the Knecht Cup up in New Jersey.
And the Jayhawks qualified for 5 event finals, 3 varsity 8 boats, 3 varsity 8 boats, and 2 varsity 4 boats. The second straight year rowing has picked up a win in the Knecht Cup, and all but 1 boat finished in the top 3. The second varsity 4 boat got the win, finishing 10 seconds ahead of Bucknell, which was very close with KU and other races as well, Kev.
Yeah, the first varsity 4 boat was the lone boat to not finish in the top 3. The third varsity 8 boat finished second in the event. The final race was the first varsity 8 petite final, where KU finished third.
So a good weekend for rowing. The second varsity 8 boat finished second behind UMass in the grand final, and then in the petite final, KU finished third. So they brought home 3 different medals back to Lawrence this weekend. So a very impressive weekend for the rowing team.
Wow, yeah, definitely. Congrats to them, guys. Coming up, we'll take you through the KU spring game, what we saw, and what to look for this upcoming season. Keep it right here on the Playmakers.